Just put a battery on the soldering iron and you will be amazed. Hello everyone, welcome back to Maker Mike channel. There was a moment when the soldering iron seemed to be working just fine, yet the solder simply refused to stick. No matter how clean the tip was or how steady the hand, the solder kept beating up and falling away like it didn't belong there. That's usually when people blame the iron, the solder, or their own technique. But in reality, this kind of failure often comes from one simple issue. The metal surface needs a proper flux to help the solder bond. Today, instead of using store-bought flux, we're going to look at a simple homemade solution made from something most people throw away, an old AA battery casing. It's a practical workaround for those moments when regular soldering just doesn't want to cooperate, and it can be made right at home with basic materials. Instead of buying something new, you look around the house. In the bathroom, you find a cleaning liquid that contains hydrochloric acid. It is something most homes already have, and it might be exactly what you need for this job. Now, you prepare the AA battery casing. Take a used AA battery and make sure it is completely discharged. This step matters for safety. Hold the battery steady on a firm surface and use a utility knife to carefully cut around the outer jacket. Work slowly and keep your fingers away from the blade. Once the outer layer is open, peel it back and remove the metal shell inside. You do not need the inner paste or carbon rod, only the thin metal casing. Wipe the casing clean with a paper towel to remove any residue. Then, use scissors or pliers to cut the metal shell into small pieces. Smaller pieces react more evenly later and are easier to handle. Set these metal pieces into a clean glass cup and keep them ready for the next step. Take your time here. Clean preparation makes the whole process work better. Before we move on, share your city and state. It helps me make better projects for you. Now you mix the soldering solution. Take the glass cup with the small pieces of AA battery casing and move to a well-ventilated area, preferably outdoors. Put on gloves and eye protection before you continue. Slowly, pour the cleaning liquid that contains hydrochloric acid into the cup, just enough to cover the metal pieces. You do not need a lot. As the liquid touches the metal, you will see small bubbles start to form. That tells you the reaction is working. Do not stir it, and do not breathe the fumes. Set the cup aside in a safe place and let it sit undisturbed so the solution can fully form. Now it is time to test the solution on something familiar. Take a utility knife blade and wipe the surface clean so there is no oil or dirt. Use a cotton swab and dip just the tip into the solution. Touch a small drop right where you want the solder to stick. Turn on your soldering iron and let it heat up fully. Place the solder on that spot and watch how it melts and grabs the metal instead of rolling away. Let it cool for a moment, then try to scrape it gently with the knife. You will feel the difference right away. The solder stays firm and does not pop off like before. Now, move back to the real challenge, the D-cell battery that refused to hold solder earlier. First, wipe the battery case clean and dry so there is no grease on the surface. Take a cotton swab and place a small drop of the solution right where the wire will sit. Let it spread for a second. Heat your soldering iron and touch the solder to that spot. You will see it melt and grab the metal instead of sliding away. Hold the wire in place, let it cool, then give it a gentle tug. This time, it stays solid and secure. Now for a tougher test, stainless steel from a broken kitchen mesh. Clean the crack and add one small drop of the solution. Heat the joint and apply solder slowly. You will see it bite and hold. Let it cool, then tap it lightly. It stays firm and strong. So with a little patience and a few things you already have at home, you turned a common problem into a simple solution. This soldering liquid can save parts you thought were impossible to fix. If you enjoy practical DIY like this, subscribe to the channel and share this trick with someone who still loves fixing things the old way.